guys, it's Tim from Paramed CZ, and I'm going to be talking to you today about Eyepro. So this is part of our series of videos where we are looking at setting ourselves up for success when we are working in a tactical medical environment. So that's as an operational tactical medic, as just a paramedic, that's fine too, but also as a trainee coming to medical courses. You don't actually have to be a tactical medic to be concerned about Eyepro. You have to protect your eyes. It's really important because obviously you need them to see and you need them to interact with the rest of the world. If they get damaged, then you are not going to be able to live a normal life. So, in terms of Eyepro, well, I'm wearing glasses right now, but these glasses are most certainly not suitable for working in a tactical medical environment. For the simple reason they are the wrong construction, so they are glass, and if glass shatters, then obviously that's going to cause even more injuries to my eyes or around my eyes, and there is no side protection. So any dust or anything could quite easily get inside my glasses, and that means it's going to get into my eyes. But unfortunately, as soon as I take those glasses off, then I'm going to start having problems. Now, if I need to read drugs on a label, I need to find out what the amount of active ingredient of a drug is in a solution so I can do my drug calculations. I'm not going to be able to see it, and of course that could lead to mistakes, and that is not a good thing. We never guess when it comes to that kind of thing. So in terms of my selection of eye protection, it needs to be specific, especially when it comes to being able to see. Now, of course, if you don't have to worry about prescription, then you're concerned really with just a pair of glasses that are going to protect you. But they need to fit. So fitting is not just about, your eyesight and eyesight correction. It's about conforming and fitting to your anatomy. Now, if I hold these up, you can see that you've kind of got a bow in them, and that's so that they can fit to your face, so the lens fits nicely around your face and the arms fit snugly behind your ears so that they don't fall off your face, and they're not going to get pushed down when you're wearing other personal protective equipment like helmet or whatever. Remember guys, we have to think that personal protective equipment can be affected by other personal protective equipment. So everything has to fit together. So not just fitting to your face, but fitting to your other equipment as well. Now these ones are pretty basic, but what about the level of protection that your safety glasses or your Eyepro is going to provide? Well, actually I've got some friends here at swisseyetactical.com. I'm going to stick this link at the end of the video on the credits, but basically we have different standards and certifications for eye protection. Now in the US you are looking for a code, and that code is ANSI, A-N-S-I, and it's Z87.1. So that basically describes the level of protection required for eyeglasses. And in the EU, we use DIN, D-I-N, EN, so that's our European standards number, and it's 166, so that covers eye protection in the EU. Now, there are various other numbers that are going to follow, and that's going to depend on the level, so the higher rating, the lower rating of protection your glasses are going to provide. Now, we have to think about impact. We have to think about potential penetration, we have to think about UV light, we have to think about the heat, we have to think about the cold, we have to think about chemical resistance, and each of these standards are going to help you choose which glasses are the best for you and the best for the environment that you're going to be working in. Now this type of glasses you can pick up at a DIY store, but it's not really the type that you're going to want for tactical medical work. Now, if you're going to be working on the range, if you're going to be working in a tactical environment when there's likely to be ballistic use of weapons, then you're going to need to make sure you've got the highest rated possible. Now, basically, in terms of a code, you're looking for MIL, M-I-L, which means it's a military standard. And in the US, that's MIL PRF 31013, and again you've got different numbers depending on the level of protection or further protection that you will require. In the EU we've got STANAGs. So when I say EU, that's more NATO, and the number of codes there you want are 2920 and 4296. Either way, these are the ones that will tell you what level of ballistic protection your glasses will give you. So it's very similar to body armor. Guys, I am not going to sit here and try and explain it. I'll give you the web page in the credits at the end of this video so you can do your research yourself. And when it comes to selecting Eyepro, you need to do research because they need to perform. Now, for me, like I said, I need eye correction. So the ones here, they're no good for me, but the ones I've got here are actually made exactly for me. So they will give me the level of protection I require, but hopefully you can see here, I have got lenses essentially in lenses. And they are going to give me the correction that I need. So in terms of my field of vision, I can see distance-wise, no problem, but it's when I need to see close up. So now I can see nice and clear, I can read my drug labels, I can do those fine things that I need to do in terms of medical interventions, and I've not got to worry about my eyesight. Now, one of the issues I'm most likely to come up against, especially with Eyepro, is my glasses misting up. These particular glasses come with a vent. So whilst they will keep out most of the dust and particles, you're still going to get stuff getting in. But you want that Eyepro to be able to breathe. I guarantee you, if you're going to come to one of our courses, we're going to make you work. And if we make you work, that means you're going to sweat. And sweating into your glasses, that heat build up in your glasses is going to make them mist up. So we need them to be able to breathe. Now there are things that you can do about that, but anti-fogging is also part of the ratings that you can get with your Eyepro as well. So you need to look at that. Now before I talk about how we can stop our glasses from misting up, let's look at some other glasses that we've got in terms of a higher level of protection. Now these are not prescription, but these are my ESS ballistic glasses. Now the nice thing about these, they are going to be very secure because I've got an elastic band which makes sure they stay secure on my face. As you can see, I've got the protection at the side, they're ballistically rated, and they are clear. Now they are clear because most of the time I am going to need to have clear lenses to do the bulk of my work, especially if I'm going to be working indoors. Now, a lot of people will wear eye protection, but they wear sunglasses, and then they move into inside, in an urban environment, inside a building, and then you can't see. Now remember, in terms of target acquisition, if you are an operator, you do not want to ruin your field of vision, you do not want to ruin your depth perception, and that is going to happen if you're wearing the wrong color lens. Now these glasses will actually reduce glare, they'll also reduce some amount of UV light. So these are going to help protect my eyes and act, in part, like sunglasses, but obviously not wholly like a tinted lens would. Now the nice thing about my ESS glasses is I can change my lenses and I can do it pretty quickly. So here in my ESS lens case, I've got my darkened sunglasses, and all I have to do is literally just snap these back on, and I am going to be ready to go. Now, remember I said about misting and your glasses misting up. Now, if there's any divers out there, there's the old trick of spitting on the lens, rubbing it with your finger, dipping your goggles in the water, and you can end up with a lens that doesn't mist up. Now, I wouldn't necessarily recommend spitting on your Eyepro if you're going to wear it for tactical medical work, but you certainly need to do something to help stop misting. Now, a good old-fashioned trick is actually using washing up liquid. Not too much, but allow it to dry without smearing, give them a polish off, and that will help stop your glasses misting up. But even better is getting yourself some demister. Now this comes in a little bottle. This is my Op drops. These come with my ESS glasses, and these are going to keep me mist free. Very effective at stopping me from misting up. Now, we started at glasses, but we have different levels of Eyepro. So after glasses, we've got sproggles. So it's a little bit like spectacles and goggles. We've got sproggles. And sproggles are basically the in-between goggles and glasses. So you've got that kind of shape and size of glasses, but you've got some modifications. Now in this case, we've got some foam that goes around the glasses, and they are going to fit a lot better onto your face, and they are going to stop dust and the like getting into your eyes. You'll notice they don't have arms, and they fit nice and snug to your face. You can wear them underneath a helmet quite easily. You can actually have them on your helmet if you wanted to, and you can dress up, dress down with your Eyepro as you need. Now, again, make sure that you put a demister on them, or that they have active demisting on the glasses themselves. These are really good in terms of working kind of in the field when you need that intermediary. You don't want to be chopping and changing your glasses all the time, but you want that level of protection against dust, dirt and liquids. So these will be really good in terms of stopping those splashes. Now if you want to go even higher in terms of a level of protection, then you're going to be looking at goggles. But the thing with goggles that you have to remember is that they are bigger and they are bulkier. So if you look at the sides, they stick out from your face much, much more. Now again, these are vented at the top, so that's what you're looking for, and they are a nice snug fit, so any sweat or anything from my brow or my forehead is not going to run inside my glasses, as they would with these type and possibly your sproggles as well. So these are essentially kind of watertight around your face, and that's really good when it comes to liquids. It's obviously going to keep the dust out as well, and they are slightly vented with a kind of a mesh that is going to stop anything getting into those glasses. Now you can wear these underneath a helmet, but as you can see on my helmet here, I've actually got goggles mounted on top of my helmet. So this means I can kind of go from my goggles, glasses, and I can swap, and I can go up and go down as I need to. I can actually fit these goggles over the top of my glasses, but do remember that the arms of glasses are going to interfere with your Amplivox, with your Eyepro, and you're not going to get as good a seal if you've got these arms. Now, in terms of my goggles, as you can see, I've got a cloth cover. Now, I keep that cloth cover over my goggles because I want to protect them. So there is nothing worse than putting on a pair of scratched Eyepro and you cannot see through them. That is just not going to be any good to you. Slip that back over there. Now in terms of this at the side, what I can do is I can actually stretch that out. I can tuck that under nice and smooth, and then that's not going to interfere with anything. Now you need to make sure that not only do your goggles fit you, but you need to make sure that your helmet fits you as well. Because if there is any movement in a helmet, it's going to push down on your Eyepro and it's going to make them ride down on your face. I remember being at an incident, and one of my colleagues was working. He hit his head, he bumped his head, and his helmet pushed his safety glasses or his Eyepro down, and the glasses dragged down his nose and basically ended up peeling his nose like a banana. So he had a horrible injury to his nose because his helmet was not fitting correctly. So you've got to make sure that your helmet fits right and it is adjusted accordingly. So again, make sure that your helmet is fitting okay, it's snug to your face. Now, if you're anything like me, you'll be wearing hearing protection underneath your helmet as well, and that will also affect the fit. Now, in terms of my goggles, they fit nicely. They are already tight on my helmet, and I can adjust as I need to be able to go to work. Now, the thing about these goggles, these are again ESS, they give me a fantastic field of vision, and I actually really like working with these. I can actually fit my glasses underneath if I want to. I can demonstrate that. So there you go. They fit nicely over the top, and I can still do that fine work as I need to if I want that level of splash protection. And I can upgrade and I can downgrade as I need to. So, goggles back on, adjust, make sure that I've got everything as I need it, and I am good to go. So, these are ballistically rated as well and conform to the necessary standards. In fact, these are actually US Army issue, and as I work with the US military, then I was obviously issued these for my training and work as an instructor. So, hopefully I've given you enough information there in terms of what you should be looking at when it comes to Eyepro. It's an individual thing, and it is part of your personal protective equipment. That means it's there to suit you. If you go to a training school, they're obviously going to give you stuff. That's fine if you don't have any yourself, but I would highly recommend that you go out and get your own Eyepro. You will not regret it. So, thank you again for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, there's going to be contact details on the credits at the end, and I will say goodbye for now and enjoy the rest of your weekend.